The demo disc even presents fairly unfinished aspects of the game. Sparx has an extra hit point where he turns purple, the pause menu had only begun production, and the wing shield is activated differently. Additionally, it actually contains the full version of the bullet time cheat, where you can alter the speed and manually move the camera in 360 degrees, unlike the final game. If you want Sparx to turn purple, just enter in left, right, right, left, X. More cheats exist beyond that. In fact, when left, right, 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 X is inputted on the pause menu, the game will run in slow motion. This was a cheat created by programmer Bob Shade, who actually just created it for fun, even though it later ended up being used for testing the game. The developers referred to it as bullet time, and was inspired by The Matrix, as were certain Thieves' Den Dragonfly names.
I worked on the moving platforms and the special effects, the dragon breath and the decals the dragon breath makes when it hits a wall, and also of the decals of like the burn marks from the dragon breath. And then when he's skating around, when he gets on ice, you know, he skates, and I made the little trails. I was brought on late in the development of the game. They brought on a bunch of new people. The game had all kinds of issues with it. Just with the constant turnover of people, we're getting new code and writing new code, trying to pick up where other people left off. Yeah, I worked with Jason. They were okay to work with. We had all kinds of deadlines. It was a tough project. I built them in slow motion that was actually taken out later. So I built that. I built the bullet time. That was just me fooling around.
Yeah, it's Scott Smith. Tammy put in a secret credits with a lot of our names in there, a bunch of people who had left prior to the game shipping, because the company was going under and we were getting paid every 3 weeks instead of every 2 weeks, and we needed money, so a bunch of us found other jobs. Yeah, it was me. I want to say Brian Reed was one of them, because he was the original lead designer. Maybe Joel was another one, because he was also the original lead on the design side. A combination of keys that you enter on a particular screen, and then it'll take you out to a secret credits list. Well, we accessed it. We did it. Like when we bought the game for super cheap, and we played it, like I said, and kind of laughed at how horrible it was. There were so many glitches. At the time, I knew the code, and I entered it, and sure enough, there it was.
As Scott said, there is indeed a hidden cheat code within Enter the Dragonfly that nobody has ever accessed. It was planted extremely deep within the code so that it couldn't be discovered by the higher-ups at Check6 and Vivendi. Tammy Yap was the programmer who implemented the code, and when asked, simply replied with, "Yeah, that seems like something I would do." Several months down the line, it was found that the code circle, up, circle, circle, up, when inputted into the first page of the Atlas, actually unlocks a new page, which is in fact the secret credits. Each of these names are to be expected, with Ken's being the secretary in the Check6 office who told everyone to head home once the project was temporarily cancelled. However, the final two stand out, which appear to be close friends or family to Tammy Yap, who programmed this secret credits menu in the first place. It's quite insane to think that this cheat code in the game has never been accessed by anyone up until this point in time.
Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we are off for the finale of Spyro 4 Enter the Dragonfly. We have everything after completing Jurassic Jungle, taking out all of the Ripto Terminators, and then telling them to stay cool. Because it's a double Arnold Pandra, as I've already made a joke of. Because I'm original. Just like this game. Anyway, it's a bit of a mean joke considering what we're about to talk about, because this is the finale. All we've got left to do is go through Ripto's portal over here, because once we've reached 85%, it opened up. And that's why it actually tells you how much of a percentage that you've got complete in your Atlas, because how else are you supposed to know? Because it's not when the cutscene plays. It's right down that way. But before we actually hop into that, I'm going to do things a little bit differently than what I did in the Reignited trilogy, because as you know, there are no skill points. There are no achievements, because this isn't on a modern generational hardware piece of kit. That was a bit of a weird way to say it. Yeah, there's no achievements, because it's not on new hardware or current hardware. This is old, before achievements were a thing. There's no skill points, which are built-in achievements. But there are still cheat codes, and when I finished the game, I want to end the project on that. I will probably put in a video focusing only on cheat codes from Mr. FO1's channel as the final one, which goes through all of the cheat codes, because some of them were actually removed off of the GameCube, even though this is the latest version of the game. And some of the codes only work on the PAL version of the PS2 original. So, yeah, I'm actually not privy to free camera, which I guess is the first one I'm going to cover, because you would click in L3 and X at the same time on PS2 in order to look around. Now, it would basically be like Magic Camera, like she says would use, but no one knows how to activate it on GameCube at the moment. You would use a second controller for the inputs. You don't even need a pause to do it, but I can't use it. But since we can just swim out of bounds and just go around anyway, at least we can enjoy looking around here regardless. Because with Magic Camera, you could probably see, you know, Hunter behind that wall. But there are a few other things that I want to cover as well. Now, you would think that I wouldn't be using cheat codes until after we're beating him, so it wouldn't be a problem. But there's really no reason why we shouldn't use it now, really. Because I'm going to mention this right now because obviously there's no gems for us to collect, but there is a gem finder, and I mentioned that you have to beat Ripto. In PlayStation 2, you would hold the L3 and the R3 buttons, which is basically clicking in both control sticks. On GameCube, you can't do that. There is no L3 or R3 or left stick click, right stick click, or C stick click in this case. Instead, you would hold L and R, which would do the shield, but you would also hold up on the D-pad. Now, Sparx obviously isn't going to do anything because 1, I haven't beaten Ripto yet, but 2, I've grabbed all the gems. Now, yes, we're at 6,800. You can never get those 200 that you had to pay money bags, but yeah, we do have everything because our Atlas will say so. That's a perfect segue as well, because I do actually want to talk about a cheat code that is actually on this very page. On, well, the equivalent on GameCube, what I would assume to be, is X up, XX up, and that's up with the left stick and not the D-pad. That would unlock the special credits, but it seems to be disabled in the GameCube version. Probably because, you know, it was put in by the devs right before wrapping things up, because, you know, they wanted to give thanks to everybody, and it's kind of like a weird circumvention of the actual game credits, which I'm probably overlapping, going through it on screen right now. Not in the same quality, obviously, because I've got to ask someone else to provide it for me, because I don't have the PS2 version of the game, but that would be the special credits right there. It's also been mentioned in some of the documentary as well, which I'll probably have as the intro for this video, honestly. Back on the pause menu, there has been a code that has been mentioned before. If we go left, right, A, or X, or cross, I mean, in the PlayStation case, we go slow-mo. And yes, frame rate drops still happen, but it was made for testing purposes. Just do the code again and then you can go back to normal speed. So yeah, that's a bit of a fun one. Now, for Sparx, where did his extra hit go? Well, I think it would be fun if we actually used it for Ripto, because there's a bit of a weird quirk with the battle where, you know, fodder is supposed to appear, but it doesn't respawn because we can't go far away. So, on the final phase is when you want to actually save all the fodder, because every time you die, you actually respawn at the latest phase, which I guess is a mixed blessing, but it could be a bit of a problem. So we do actually want to power up Sparx. We have all 90 Dragonflies, I think it's fair. So let's try and break one of his spells by going into the pause menu here and going left, right, left, A. And there we are! I mean, it looks a little bit more bluer on my screen. I think that's just, like, because of HDify stuff. But he is basically at a level 4 hit, which was in the beta, actually. Instead of giving, like, a weird starish glow as his bonus hit. But I don't think we prepared enough. How about we pause, and then we got a big code, which could be different on the PlayStation 2 version, which I'll say right now, is left, right, right, up, down, square, and X, in which case would be swapped with B and A, because B is our charge button and that was square in the PlayStation version. It may actually be a different button, because B actually takes you out of the menu, which is pretty... Oh, no, wait, no, do you do it when you're paused? I don't think when you do it... Yeah, you do it when you're paused. It must be X instead of B then. Ah! It doesn't actually work. Maybe that's a PlayStation 2 exclusive code, because I was obviously trying to replicate the buttons with, you know, the equivalent on the GameCube. But yeah, as I mentioned, some PlayStation 2 cheats just don't work on the GameCube version, even though the version is a later build, even minorly so. Which, you know, I'm just having some problems using it. But there's only one more code that I can actually show off, and that is what has already been covered in the documentary, is the pooping cow. It's not actually a glitch. You do have to go out your way to activate it. It doesn't just randomly spawn and start pooping weird little pink dragons or Riptoks. You actually need to type in a cheat code. So what it is left, left, right, left, and in this case A or cross in the PlayStation 2 version. And there he is. He just runs around and we can get like a good little look at these things. Some of them fall through the floor, I don't know why. Remember that this was made as like a test of certain physics. The only thing is I don't know why he's just so high walking around, pooping out little pink dinosaurs. And you can't interact with these guys either. Wow, they bounce really high. Okay, they weren't even rendered. I was right next to them. Interesting. Where are you? You're there. Yeah, he does have a path. You're not pooping at the dragons. What are you doing, mate? There we are. Yeah, they're weird looking. So lifeless, like shrimps. And then they just poof out of existence. So what he basically does is that he does a figure 8. So he's walking toward Ripto's arena right now. And he kind of walks over it. But he basically heads all the way this way. Loops around a long way round, cuts across where Hunter would be up this way. Comes over here, loops up to this point, then kind of goes through the middle, all the way this way, and then goes back and starts his lap again. And if you want to remove the cow, just do the cheat again and he'll be gone. Otherwise, you can just leave him to roam and do his weird thing. You know, every time I saw him going around, I thought he would actually go out of bounds. He does not. Since we didn't have much to talk about on our way to Ripto, or do anything, or even have story, it's time for us to finish this unfortunate game. Ha-ha! I actually slammed the bottom of the portal.
This red look for Ripto likely was meant to be used during the second phase of his battle. This is also supported by the fact that Ripto's unused textures correspond with the colour of the flame shield he has in the second round. The flames that circle the arena were also very likely to change per phase, being blue, red, then white.
You can just go straight to the boss. Or if you finagle a ground pound right on the edge of the portal and clip through the floor, you can hit the event wall and you go straight to Ripto and you can beat this game in like 5 minutes. It's like a Link to the Past in that respect.
You're back again? How is this possible? I will take care of you permanently. Oh, wait a minute, I said that last time. I wouldn't want to sound like a video game cliche. Let me try that again. This time, I will take care of you once and for all.
So, the arena.
Hocus pocus.
We're on a platform spinning around a volcano. Funny how we just finished up with a volcano. He's got an ice shield. Give chase and burn it away. Melt it with your flame breath and be quick about it. Try not to get... But we can get rid of the shield and not take out any of the fodder. Save the fodder because it won't even respawn when you die, I don't think. Thankfully, he hasn't actually hit me yet, so we're fine. I think that was actually a hit, but I don't know if I actually did damage or not. There we are. Oh, I died! Sparx? Hello? Okay, I guess Purple Sparx doesn't work properly. I don't even know how much health I have. I think I did take an extra hit, though. Alright, his shield's regenerated, which is a problem. That was a sick flip. Yeah, we really need to get on top of him, because his shots basically home in on you. He just... Okay, he comboed me. This is a bad start. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, I hit you. This is bad. If I die again, I might actually restart the battle completely. He's comboing me! I can't move! I can't move! Alright, we're leaving. That's pretty bad. Oh no, I don't want to quit. I want to... Oh, I have to... I was about to quit the game there. I'm going to have to use the Atlas to warp out. If we can at least get the battle started, it wouldn't be much of a problem. Let's warp before I die. Wait. No! Hang on! I pressed B to warp! It didn't warp me! Excuse me? Maybe I can't do it when I'm dying? I press B. I'm not warping. This counts as a minigame, doesn't it? It just doesn't load the bloody health bar. Okay. That's another thing as well. We're in a boss fight, and yet there's no energy bar for Ripto. Alright, so you know what I'm going to have to do then? The third time I'm going to the Atlas. So I'm going to have to warp somewhere, warp back in, and try again, because he's already moving around before I can do anything, and that's messing me up.
You did a great job saving the Dragon Master. Spyro.
Why is the final boss music playing when I'm in Dragonfly Dojo? This is weird. Okay, it stopped. I did a new glitch, I think. I was just going to cut back to being in the battle. That was interesting. I've reloaded back in and the pooping cow was still here because I never used the cheat to deactivate it. Although, I think I actually do need to see what my health is despite having the additional hit point, unless that's not actually working properly. So I will, in fact, revert Sparx back to normal. I typed it in wrong. Whoopsie doodle. Right, let's try that again. Claim him immediately. Let's go. Right, gotta keep the pressure on. Yeah, I'm not too sure how you're supposed to avoid the damage, honestly. Oh, wait. That doesn't work. You can't block it. And I'm dead again because I'm not able to move. No, I'm not. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm not good. Okay, this is bad. And I can't keep leaving because my health is dwindling. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, God! Oh, I just saw that his bloody shield regenerated after I reloaded in. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not too sure what you're supposed to do to avoid all the damage, honestly. Yeah, because it homes in too sharply. And he runs to the opposite side of the entire map. You can't really get him. And I did take a hit there because I lost Sparx. No, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it! Damn it! My flame should have hit that. Yeah, this boss is not very well designed. Wait, where is he? Shit. Come on, let me move! He hits you once and you're basically screwed. Like, I'm jumping as soon as I get to him and yet it doesn't dodge the damage. What if I just run left and right? Also, the camera doesn't lock onto him either, which doesn't help. Okay, maybe that actually does work. Maybe I've got to go long. I was dodging a lot of damage there for a while. The problem is, I run out of area and then he still keeps on firing. It's constant. Where's he gone? 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 That's not helpful! That's cheating! But, whoa, what was with the camera there? Oh, come on, you hit me twice in a row! This is dumb! It doesn't help that I can't see him half the time. Oh, that's good, that's good, that's good. Hey! Flame him before he swings. It's like, you've really got to be on top of him. Shit, he's hit me. That's going to screw everything up. I didn't hear any shots being fired for a moment there. There we are. What kind of homing in nonsense was that? He span right around me and still hit me. I'm going to go for a fodder. Screw it. I need the hit. Which could screw me up if I don't hit him now. I can't move! I can't move! He renewed it for a minute. Bollocks to you! I haven't even got past the first fucking phase. He spawned. He started so far away from me. Look at this. Is that a complete... That wasn't a complete combo, okay. And he walked right in front of me, which didn't help. And that's another life lost. Like, most of the time I don't even see what hits me. But I got stun locked and lost Sparx immediately. Like, what was I supposed to do about that? Like... Still on phase 1. Phase 1 is one of the toughest. Honestly. Okay, come on. I hit you first. What kind of shenanigans was that all about? Nope. Oh, you! Come on! I can't move! I shouldn't be getting so mad because I know how bullshit this boss is, but at the same time, it's like, I've lost 10 lives already to this guy. I can't bloody hit him! Seriously? If he can keep running into me like that, that actually helps, because it kind of pushes me to where he's going. Nope, that's not happening. We've got to wait for the noises to stop. There we are. I can't go for a fodder, which is annoying. Oh, he had extra shots. He doesn't even swing when he does it. It just happens. He was just standing there when his shots were going out. What? What? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Why is Sparx green? I got hit once. Now the game is just flat out cheating. Because I just took one hit. He hit me when I was loading. You see what I mean? Like, I'm going to have to quit and restart the battle. Because if I leave the level, it's going to save the game. And I can't have that. Because I haven't got any lives left. So basically, every time I die, I basically have to restart the entire boss fight by leaving the game and then coming back in. You were an idiot and you walked into me. That's helpful. Because otherwise, I'm just not going to be able to hit the guy. And that means I'm screwed. Especially if he's going to hit me multiple times before I even have a chance to even move. Like, I'm still loading in, and I don't have control. I can't move on the black screen. So it's like, he's just doing damage to me, and I'm just screwed out of luck. I got him there. That worked. I'm trying to go long just to try and dodge the attacks, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't help when they just do that weird skew whiff. Got him again. Oh, you... No! How can I not... How have I not taken out this shield yet? It's actually dumb. Has too many hits. No! No! I flamed you, you bastard! Okay, I was tempted to reset there for a second. No, as soon as you get hit, it's all over, really. Because you're just not going to be able to move toward him. Gotta do, like, those weird 180 dashes just to dodge the attacks. Get him! Shit. The angling is really dumb! The homing of his ice bullets just, like, have, like, such a weird, like, property to them. It's like they're too well programmed. Oh my god, I got him with a double flame. What was the camera there? That was awesome looking. Okay, he got me, but that's fine. I got him as well. I'm trying to listen to the noises when he slings his ice balls. It doesn't help when you do that, man. Good lord. Okay, I need to get fodder. I flamed the fodder! I didn't get the food! Oh my lord. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Flame him! Oh god. Getting scared now. The arc angle on that shot is ridiculous! When he does the spread, it's fine. When he does the single shot, it literally spins around you to hit you. It's so cheap. And I'm already green. I've got no Sparx. I just spawned in. Cheating. I'm not having it. You gotta dodge like the single shots by doing that. And it's such a janky-ass way on doing it as well. Okay, I couldn't dodge that. That's annoying. And now I'm not going to be able to move, and I'm going to die. Get him! Shit, if he fires, I'm going to get hit. There's no way. Even when I'm dying, I try to flame, and it just doesn't hit him. Like, it's the only thing I can do against you, and it just doesn't want to work. Also, I'm pretty sure he slung there for a moment, and it didn't actually do anything. I don't even know why I'm still trying. What's with the camera? Why is it in the floor? I couldn't dodge that. Need fodder. Where's the fodder in this corner? Oh my god, really? Give me that. Does he only do the spread shot when I'm too far away? Is that the trick? No, that's a normal shot. Ah! Camera, please! I just want to get past this phase. Oh, no! Why? I'm not losing that life.
Later, in the void.
You basically got to dash exactly where he's going as soon as he starts moving, otherwise you're not going to make it. You have to be perfect, and I don't like that. This boss is way too tough. Strongest in the quadrilogy, I'll tell you that. Camera, can you please stop going into the ground there? It's not helpful. Okay, I got hit even though I didn't get hit. I went from blue to green and there was no effect. That's cheating. Also, the shield is really small at this point. I don't know how it still lives like 5 more flames after this. That's not fair. Stop! Please. I just want to get out of phase 1 at this point. This is boring. This ain't fun. This ain't a challenge. This is just annoying. He has way more health than he needs. I can't dodge the single shots. Thank you, you arse. I'll just stand in your belly and eat your insides. Finally.
Hocus pocus.
Okay, second phase. This time he goes bigger, and this time we have to do the exact same shit again.
Hocus pocus.
This time with the ice breath, because he makes a fire shield. Thankfully, because he's bigger, it is actually a lot easier to take out the shield. And I got him about 2 to 3 times there. Because he's bigger, that's less distance for us to travel, and we can keep on hitting him. Look at this. Especially if he keeps on moving, I can just keep getting him over and over. Camera, what are you doing? You're giving me very cinematic views, and the second phase is done already!
Hocus pocus.
Do you not see how bad the very first phase is? You get past that literal wall, and it goes down easy. Except, it's not that simple. Alright, so now we go to die. Okay, that's fair. We'll respawn with full health, and we're on this phase. We don't do the whole fecking boss fight again. Thank the Lord. Now, this is the problem here. I need to get a good angle so I can see what's going on. I need to dodge his shockwaves, and we can only hit his scepter. Okay, I wasn't aware that was going to hit me, but that's fine. We can only hit his scepter when it's stuck in the floor with electricity to supercharge it. Right. Again, this is the problem where the camera should stay locked onto him so I can actually see what I'm doing. We just got to keep on dodging his attacks until we can actually shock his scepter. And yeah, this is the main problem here. Like, even when he's firing those shots at us, you can barely see them. So that's annoying. And it's a war of attrition at this point because, like, you've got to hit his scepter like 5 times, and it's just whenever the game wants it to happen. Again, I didn't see those shots. It's actually annoying. Right, if he starts spinning it, that's when I've got to move. Right, is it £2 and then 3 fireballs? Ah, it's stuck. That's the chance. Whack him. I didn't whack him! You cheating me? That's cheating! I shot that! At point blank range! I don't even know if that affected him or not. I didn't see any effect go off while I hit him. Shit. I might have reacted again like I did in Thieves' Den, but it is a legit complaint with this boss. The second phase is basically non-existent. Alright, so there is definitely a pattern with his attacks. He does £2 and then he shoots 3 shots. It's just whenever his scepter starts malfunctioning. Okay, he said ow. That is definitely a hit. Ow, shit. I was trying to get distance. I need to get fodder. Right, let's dash toward it now. Good time. Problem is, if I get this fodder... Oh, it was an extra life! That was full heal! Nice! Yeah, but as I mentioned, the fodder does not regenerate, so I've only got 1 fodder left, and I've got to make it count. Otherwise, I'm stuck with my usual 3 hits. Right, so that's 2 hits. Yep, 2 shockwaves and then 3 shots. That's the pattern. It's just whenever you can hit him is what's random. Ah! Timed that wrong. Ow, bollocks, I couldn't jump. Couldn't jump. Right, keep jumping until you hear the third explosion, Sean. That's what you need to do. Right, I'm not liking my health right now. The scepter hasn't got stuck in the ground once yet. Oh, come on! I'm gonna have to take this. Actually, because the camera doesn't stay locked onto him, you don't actually know if you're good or not. Right, give me that. Oh, what am I doing? Oh! That it? We done? No, we're not done. Oh boy. This doesn't help that the camera's turn speed is very slow. Also, he's getting far. There we are! I think that's the final hit! Yes! We did it! What a lucky run! I mean, I died right in the 3rd phase, but he's wondering what the hell was happening. There we go. We did it. We beat Enter the Dragonfly. That boss, the 1st phase, is a nightmare. I think that killed me more times than Thieves did.
No, not again. My plans were so perfect. Twice I put my faith in this staff, and twice it has failed me. Dragons, dragonflies. I can't win. I can't win.
Well, that's what you get for playing with your little sticks. Silly Ripto. Don't you know magic and dinosaurs don't mix?
You haven't heard the last of me, you little demon. I'll be back, and you'll be sorry. Every last one of you will be sorry.
Yeah, I bet.
Party time!
Well, as normal as fairy tales go anyway, pal. I'll tell you what though, guys. We weren't just gonna stand by and let Ripto ruin this day for the baby dragons. Right, Sparx. Or the Dragonflies.
Well, everything is finally back to normal. Isn't it, Spyro?
Is it? And you don't want to know how this game ends on? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, actually. Maybe it's because that I'm running this at 576p instead of the base 576i, but not the way I was actually ending it on, because I was about to mention that back in the day, at least, Sparx looks dead with no eyes in his eye sockets. Like, it's just white, like his eyes have rolled back. But maybe because I'm running it in 576p, it actually shows up. I wanted to end on that. So, I'm a little bit annoyed, actually, that it didn't. But that is Spyro for Enter the Dragonfly. Is everything back to normal? Not really. Because, I mean, to be fair, all these creators here, their lives have been affected by this game. And they just wanted to make Spyro, man. That was literally it. But they wanted to make what they wanted to make, and obviously, you know, game development is not always like that. The producers want what they want, but they didn't really outline anything until production had already begun, and they already gave the okay on certain things. So then, things had to be changed during development, which is why the game shrunk in size multiple times, and things are janky, and some things feel out of place, or just kind of like filler. Just to make sure that the game was padded out. Hell, the back of the box says that there's over 100 Dragonflies to gather. There's not even over 90. There's 90. And that's after padding out the game with a lot of Dragonflies, 10 per level. Only 8 main levels and a hub world when there was supposed to be 4 out of 6. It's crazy. But yeah, I want to thank all these developers, except for maybe Ricky Rukavina. I mean, he was the producer and director for Spyro 2, 3, and Spyro GBA 1 and 2. The GBA games are probably a bit hit and miss, but 2 and 3 are really good. But, you know, what he said basically went. So I don't know how to say thanks to him, though. I mean, to be fair, I do still enjoy this game, despite the problems, even before, like, I knew the history of the game by watching Mr. FO1's documentary. I also want to thank him, as well as Carl, for voiceover on that, and allowing me to actually use some of those, because, like, what I was going for was something similar to what Proton John is technically, quote-unquote, still doing for his Superman 64 Let's Play, and that's basically having, like, a little documentary thing at the start. The only difference is he did those, and, well, the information was already there in documentary form, so I asked Mr. FO1 if I could use it, and he said yes, so I've just put some bits in. Spyro and additional voices, Tom Kenny, Greg Berger. You didn't recognize some of these names. But yeah, that is, actually, I've just noticed that Sparx's eyes aren't even glitching as much recently, but I don't even know why that's working now. He's always been just white-eyed. Like, I'll probably just edit it real quick. It's not how I wanted to end it. I actually wanted him to be like that, so it could be like, that is literally the image that we end on. I mean, it's still a bit of a weird ending screen, because it's not like doing like a camera pan of any of the levels. It's literally just frozen here, the background's still moving, Spyro's frozen, Sparx is frozen, and he's just sticking a tongue at you. I mean, what an image, am I right? It's like, because the game was the way it was, it's like Check 6 sticking their tongues out at the producers, or like Universal with Indie, and that's what it is. I mean, these credits are still pretty big, but it doesn't have everybody in the final credits. Anybody who left, even if they did a big contribution, if they left in like 2 weeks before finish, it didn't count. They didn't make it in, which is why they made the additional credits, but I can't access those on this version of the game, which is a shame. And I wanted to do it on PS2, but at the time I didn't have any method on capturing the highest quality for PS2 until I got a PS2 backward compatible PS3, or even the HD Carby at the time, or even the component cables of the PS2, so I could get the best quality. But because I was going to get an HD Carby, or at least play the game through the Wii through component cables, I decided to get the GameCube version overall. And that was, like, obviously way back when. But yeah, that final boss, the Ripto's Phase 1, yeah, that killed me more than Thieves Den. That was no much is given. I will count all those deaths. I was salty when I said it, but it's like, you can see how I was struggling. Like, if you don't do that perfectly, or you don't, like, do those 180 kind of, like, mid-jump dashes that I was doing, you basically will not avoid those single shots. Those homing properties are bloody ridiculous. They spin around you and still hit you. And sometimes you get hit, and it doesn't even register that you got hit. Like, Sparx takes a hit, and that's it. And then you spawn in, and you're already at green health, and I'm like, where did my other 2 hits go? Which I don't actually think I've had, so at least we had that. But yeah, I'm babbling at this point, because there's not much else for me to say. That is Spyro 4 Enter the Dragonfly. Next up is, well, whenever I next get to the Spyro series, you would think Hero's Tale, but Hero's Tale kind of diverts a bit away from the classic Spyro formula, because that's what this game was supposed to be, but, you know, Ricky Rubina with classic Spyro. And to be fair, I like classic Spyro, so we'll probably do the 2 GBA games at some point before we actually go to a Hero's Tale. Because I've never actually played them, so I'll obviously have to play them before I go through. But from what Stella's told me with Season of Ice, and from what I've seen with a hockey minigame, my god, that is ridiculous beyond belief. But the producer's the same, Ricky Rubina. So, then again, we had Spyro 2 and 3 directed by him, as I already mentioned. Ripto's Rage / Gateway to Glimmer and Year of the Dragon. But technically they take place after this game, because Ripto himself said this is twice I've relied on the staff, twice it's failed me, first time being Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage / Gateway to Glimmer. So this is truly Spyro 4, unless Activision want to make a new one. You did it with Crash, why not do it with this? It's what we said with Crash Insane Trilogy, when does Spyro get the treatment? I mean, it would be absolutely amazing if they did somehow get everybody who was working on this to make the definitive director's, well, not director's cut, but like Dragonfly Check 6 edition or something, so it's like what they wanted to make. But there is a reignited build being in the works, but it's not nowhere near close, so I did not wait for that. But yes, there is a mod for the Reignited Trilogy that does allow you to play Enter the Dragonfly. I know the hub world's done. That's basically all I know. So yeah, nowhere near done. I think a couple of levels have been finished, but it's not even halfway. But yeah, thank you to all who have watched. See you next project, and enjoy the credits of the documentary because they need their crediting. See you guys next project. Looks like we've got more things to do.
As always, remember, your work is you, don't let you down. I've been Teal Game Master, but I'm going a little bit off script here, I'm just the narrator. Kyle is the one who put this thing together, and he's absolutely brilliant, so be sure to sing his praises in the comments. We hope you enjoyed this documentary. Have an amazing day. Take care. My name is Teal Bald, I've mentioned it many times. What did they put as my name? Feeble!
Welcome back, everybody, to Spyro, Spyro, Spyro.